Hello aspirants, welcome to MVP Vishwakosha. In today's video, we will cover most important current affairs for UPSC, KPSC and all competitive exams. That 13th December 2025 current affairs. In that first point, that is about recent India-Oman that is comprehensive economic partnership agreement. So here very important that the Union Cabinet approved the India-Oman Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. So main in that agreement it contains that is trade in goods and also trade in services, investment cooperation. So in that very important and also that Oman becomes India's second that is comprehensive economic partnership agreement partner in the Gulf region after UAE. And also the agreement strengthen India's economic diplomacy in West Asia. And also Oman is strategically located near the Strait of Hormuz. So that's why it is very important that India-Oman comprehensive economic partnership agreement that is approved by Union Cabinet. Okay, so that's about India-Oman relationship. In that MCQ question, that is practice question that India-Oman comprehensive economic partnership agreement primarily aims at corruption, cultural exchange and tourism promotion, defense and maritime cooperation, trade and investment liberalization, and D is monetary and currency integration. So answer is here trade and investment liberalization. Okay, so in that main practice question, that is free trade agreement are increasingly becoming tools of strategic diplomacy. So in that examine the statement with reference to India-Oman CEPA, okay, that is Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Okay, so that's about recent India-Oman Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Next news that's about recent Mexico that is 50% tariff. Recent news that Mexico imposed tariffs up to 50% on imports from non-preferential trade partners. Okay, that is including India also. The decision applies to countries without a free trade agreement with Mexico. India is affected as it does not have that is free trade agreement with Mexico. Okay, and also major Indian export sectors impacted, that is especially automobile and auto components, steel and aluminium, textiles and chemicals. So that's very important. And also India and Mexico have initiated free trade agreement discussions after the tariff announcement. Okay, so in that it is Mexico's 50% tariff important. In that practice question, India is affected by Mexico's recent tariff hike mainly because corruption. India is not a WTO member. India does not enjoy MFN status. India does not have an FTA with Mexico, and India exports agriculture goods only. The answer is that is C option. That is India does not have an FTA with Mexico. Okay, that is free trade agreement. So in that practice MCQ question, analyze the implication of Mexico's 50% tariff on non-preferential partner for India's export competitiveness. What policy option should India pursue in response? So in that you have to analyze. Okay, so that's about recent Mexico's 50% tariff on import from non-preferential trade partners. Next is news that's about World Development Report 2025, that's by World Bank. So recently released by World Bank, that is World Development Report 2025. Main theme of this report is that World Development Report 2025, that standards for development. So main emphasis the role of quality standards, safety norms, digital and environmental standards. In that standards reduce the transaction cost and enable global trade. And also developing countries face challenges due to limited participation in global standard setting. So that's why that recent report is very important. In the exam they may ask who released that report and so that time World Development Report 2025, that is released by World Bank. So here a practice MCQ question. The World Development Report 2025 focuses on which of the following theme? For option, climate change and green growth, poverty eradication strategies, digital public infrastructure, standards as a foundation of development. Here answer is that is standard as a foundation of development. Here a mains question. Standards are the invisible foundation of a modern economic development. Discuss the statement in the light of the World Development Report 2025. Okay, so that's about recent, that is World Development Report 2025, that is released by World Bank. Okay, next is Charichung festival that is in Assam. Okay, that is Recent Charichung festival was hosted. It is in Majuli Island. Okay, that is in Assam. It's an indigenous tribal cultural festival. Main highlight in that festival is bamboo crafts, folk music and dance, indigenous food tradition. Main objective is to preserve intangible cultural heritage. Okay, and also promote sustainable and economic cultural tourism. And Majuli is the world's largest river in Iceland on the Brahmaputra. Okay, all that facts are important. And also you should know about recent that Indian intangible cultural heritage site and all that added Deepavali, all that is important. Okay, so that's about recent festival. And in that practice MCQ question, the Charichung festival recently news is associated with four options: classical dance tradition, B tribal cultural heritage, C agriculture harvest rituals, D Vaishnavite monastic practice. So your answer is it is a tribal cultural heritage. So in that mains question, discuss the role of indigenous cultural festivals like Charichung festival in preserving tribal heritage and promoting sustainable development in India. So in that you have to explain. So that is about recent Charichung festival that is in Assam. Next about last news that is about Narco Test and Supreme Court order. So here Supreme Court reiterated that forced narco analysis tests are unconstitutional based on landmark case Selvi was a state of Karnataka 2010. It violates the Article 20 of Clause 3, right against self-incrimination, and Article 21, right to life, dignity, and mental privacy. So, in that, it is very important, two articles. And also, voluntary that narco test may be conducted with safeguard, but test rules are not administrable as evidence. So, in that's why it's a recent Supreme Court order and all very important that Supreme Court reiterated that forced narco analysis tests are unconstitutional. The practice question: forced narco analysis test violate which provisions of Indian Constitution? That for option Article 14, 19, Article 20, Clause 3, and 32. So answer is that is Article 20, Clause 3. And in that practice mains question, examine the constitutional and ethical concern associated with the use of narco analysis test in criminal investigation in India. So in that you have to examine. So that's about recent Supreme Court decision about narco test and the Supreme Court uh, decision. Okay, that's all for today's current affairs update from MVP Vishwakosha. Revise these topics well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for daily updates on UPSC, KPSC, and all competitive exams. Thank you.